is a crazy story by Jay. He works at the Cook County Clerk's Office. By night, he is a rock and roll photographer. For more than 40 years, he has had a front row seat snapping pictures of the biggest musicians in history. We're talking Freddie Mercury from Queen, legendary guitarist B.B. King, Tom Petty, James Brown, hundreds of others. Please welcome the man behind the lens, Michael G. Bush. Hey, Michael.
Thank you.
Such an interesting dichotomy you have of your day job and your night job. How did this all get started with the photography?
Just as a teenager, when I started going to concerts, I just started to bring my camera along and just took pictures, and it just kind of blossomed from there. It really did.
Yeah, okay, so we all do that. We take pictures at concerts. How do you go from that to hanging out with Freddie Mercury and B.B. King?
Well, there's so many different stories. It's hard. It's a snowball thing. You know, you take pictures, then I used to bring them and I used to show them to the artists. If I was a big fan, I'd try to get some of my pictures signed. And they'd say, hey, I like this picture, can I use it? That kind of thing. And then it just one thing led to another. And we would need hours to go through all these stories. But yeah, it's just how it went. We went and took pictures, and then I started working for a rock magazine so I can get more photo passes. Then after a few years, you know, I didn't need the passes anymore because I was in with a lot of the artists. And then I got on tour with the Beach Boys, got in close with them. And then the Monkees, I ended up touring with them for like 25 years, especially with Davy Jones. We toured a lot together.
Yeah, and now you have an exhibit called 61 at 61.
Yes, it
Explain
is.
that
Yes.
title.
Well, that's the number of the pictures in the exhibit and my age. It was originally supposed to be 60 at 60, but it took a long time to put together.
You should have called it 61 at 40.
No.
So now your mother was a big inspiration for you for your photography?
For this thing, yes. Well, yeah, which is besides raising me, and
she's here today, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Turned 89 yesterday.
Nice.
Love you, Mom.
So she kind of inspired you to do this exhibit.
Well, quick story. 3 years ago, my dad passed away, and you know, my mom and dad had like a 70-year love story, you know, and then she said to me, I want to see you do something with these pictures before I die, is exactly what she said to me. And so I said, okay, Mom, I'll try to put something together, and that's 2 years later. Here we are.
Wow. Have you ever been awestruck by a guy that you shot?
You know what, you have to try to be cool, you know. You know, shooting, obviously, being in front of a Beatle is you know, is cool. But all these guys were like heroes to me because these were the guys I listened to on the radio.
Yep. There's Sir Paul McCartney right there, a shot that you took. How about Mick Jagger? You know, he's going to be coming with the Rolling Stones.
Well, I'll give you a technical, well, we're going fast, but if we go back to Paul, I shot Fujichrome slide film, which is different than in the negative film. And the blues in Fujichrome slide film are so great and so rich that that's one of the reasons I chose that photo and really love that photo so much.
Right, so we saw Mick Jagger. Freddie Mercury obviously is really relevant right now with the film, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I think that picture they have here, I think he's singing.
Wow, we have seen this picture around the world, this photograph here.
Yeah. He started out with clothes, and usually by the end of the show, he was pretty stripped down to his pants. He was not shy as far as being on stage and shredding down.
Yeah, Elton John, we got a shot of him. Any stories about Elton?
Oh, that's incredible. That was at Poplar Creek back in '82. You know, I think there was some drag queens in the audience. There was a guy ran up to the front of the stage, took off his red wig, and threw it up at Elton. Elton saw it, he ran down, picked it up, put it on, had that sheepish grin, and I just happened to be in the right spot at the right time. It's like one of those one-in-a-million images. And
I love it. Looks like Wendy from the Wendy's commercial.
Somehow I'd have to, somehow I have to get one of those to Elton.
Yeah.
I think he'd enjoy it.
Yeah, and you said the Monkees, obviously you traveled with them for 25 years, so you've got some stories with the Monkees.
Yeah. Tons, yeah. At the time when Peter had his hand on his face, because the cameras were all going goofy, and Peter was joking about Davey being like the face, you know, because he was like the teen idol of the show, and he was the heartthrob, so to speak.
Right. Chicago legend Dick Biondi, what's your relationship there?
Wow, the same. I've known Dick like 40 years, and Dick's a great guy, and he's the one that really put WLS on the map on the radio back starting in '60, and probably the most beloved DJ maybe in the history of the world, and especially Chicago.
Absolutely.
And he loves Chicago. We miss him. I wish he was still on the air.
And we see our buddy Jim Peterick in
this is like Chicago. Chicago rock royalty.
Yeah.
Here. You got all the Mauds, Buckinghams, Ides of March, Crying Shame, Shadows of Night, New County Six, and our own buddy Barb Surratt. Yeah.
That's right. Before we let you go, I got to show this. Okay, you remember 16 magazine? 16 magazine. Michael's got a shot in here. Here we go. Take a close up of this. This is you right here, right? Look at that handsome young man with the Monkees right there.
Yeah, 1987, I think that was taken.
And teenage girls have this up in their poster rooms.
Hardly.
Michael, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And make sure you go check out Michael G. Bush's first photo exhibit, 61 at 61, at the Joby Art Center in Bridgeport through April 5th.
And we're doing the free meet and greet this Saturday from noon till 8 p.m.
Sounds good.
And we'll be there in person to tell stories and whatever they want to talk about.
I know you got a lot of stories.
Lots of them.
Thanks, Michael.